this Shah. We are live. Hello, everyone. We are Zen, and this is episode number 4. Don't ask about the other episodes because we're not going to talk about them. Season 2. We are here interviewing this beautiful gentleman here by the name of Shah, and yeah, uh, do some choice words for us, Shah.
Incontemptible.
Incontemptible. What does it mean? And
Someone
use it.
who it is possible to have contempt for, and that would be me. Was that too big a claim? But the word remains incontemptible.
If you had used that word, I would think that you had an ego. Incontemptible. But because you're telling it, you're imposing it on someone. But because you're saying that of yourself, it's all like ego, no ego. So that's the thing.
It's a state of confusion. That's what's the problem. When I was there was one time I was preparing for GRE. Never had any use for the marks I received, whatever.
Hmm.
But there was some emphasis laid on four syllabic, polysyllabic words,
Hmm.
like more than four syllables, five syllables, and I memorized lots of them on flashcards. And
Onomatopoeia. Yes, yes.
yeah, definitely. But then later, when I started to write, I realized that all of these words are of no use to me whatsoever
Right.
in any creative way. I wrote some things and I realized that I could have said that with far fewer words. The same thing could be spoken and with far simpler words.
Yes.
So there was a time, and this is actually poetry started to come during this process
Hmm.
when I realized that most of the time what I'm writing, I've been writing since I was 10, but I realized that most of the time what I'm writing is not really saying anything. So I tried to see what I could say with fewest words possible, and in the process of that, poetry
Hmm.
rose up from deep,
Ah.
from somewhere unknown.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There was a time, when I was 13 or 14, Johnson,
Uh-huh.
my father used to get these books from Khan Market, which is like really I mean, I'm sorry for that word.
Slut.
I'm like really
Uh,
smutty Victorian texts of like
ooh.
1900 somethings
Uh-huh.
with about Conan the Barbarian, but it was not Conan, other kind of barbarians and other kind of witches. And there was so much like, what should I say, sexual content, graphic content in them. And my
Playboy.
father was bringing them thinking that he's helping me because I used to have a almost insatiable appetite. I use
For
another
books.
such word for books.
Yeah.
And it was a time when he was going through some financial straits, and he was like, "You spend 500 rupees, and this will be over in a day or 2 days."
Uh-huh.
So he started to get this. For me, my first pornographical literature was sponsored by my
Woo,
father.
woo, woo, woo. All right, Dad, provider.
Oh yeah.
No, but the
And I believe this
masculine.
is the reason why my reading
Mhm.
grew suddenly. Like it grew even more rapid at that time.
Your graphical literacy went like way up the charts. Like,
Yeah, because it got connected to that old primal instinct, the libidinal instinct.
right. Wow. That is a beautiful thing. Okay.
And also, I have something to say
Huh.
also about this.
Tell me.
And the first time I won a quiz when I was in the fourth class,
Mm-hmm.
I got this book by some poet which was about Krishna's life.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the first book. This is even before the Khan Market episode. This is the first book that I perhaps was 12 years old, and in Hindi I read my first erotic literature.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the kind of romance between Radha and Krishna was there. And yeah, I wouldn't say anymore, but yeah, 12 years old. So I think, yeah.
That's a little young to get into this frame of mind, the desire of someone else, and the ability to actually have sexual relationships with someone else does not come at 12, and it comes much later. And the maturity also to deal with all of the beautiful notions of consummation, of how you actually have sex and how we can procreate. Um, that kind of gets missed out. It's funny. Anyways, okay. So thank you for that little tidbit. We're
But I have
gonna pause
another
this. No,
reflection. I have
Bye.
a reflection. Please allow me another reflection.
Bye.